Hey there, my name is Aldakar and welcome to the channel. Got a little Gran Turismo video here for you today. Doing the daily races, the daily race C at Catalunya. This is the Group 4 cars. The Group 4 cars, Group 3 cars, anything that goes to Le Mans basically has always been kind of my niche. So this is kind of something I've gravitated towards in the past. Starting out second here, a little bit nervous going into turn 1. Coming from the Forza franchise, very, very common. Everybody knows Forza lobbies are hell. Turn 1, it's worse than Formula 1 at Imola. Oh, Lambo going a little bit wide there. I went a little bit deep on the brakes there as well. Kind of locked up a little bit, but I managed to keep it fairly close to the racing line, keeping it a little bit defensive. Still got all those guys bearing down on me as the pack's kind of closing in. But yeah, coming to the Forza franchise, or from the Forza franchise, I should say, was expecting things to be a lot more chaotic, but I will go ahead and just throw the shout out there now to Super GT, one of the inspirations for me even trying this. Been watching his videos for years, trying to learn from him and do the best that I can as we go way out into the runoff there. Yeah, got lucky with that one. It looks like Macion was not quite close enough to take advantage of that blunder right there. But yeah, big shout out to Super GT. If it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't even be trying to do this. But we finished lap 1. Lost a little bit of ground on the Lambo here. Oh, hello! And it looks like he didn't lose as much time as we were hoping. I was kind of thinking that maybe he had done the same thing there for a second. But no, not quite. And here, that was kind of close there. A little bit of tire screech, and that looks like we're okay. So I'm just going to kind of let him get his distance there. For those of you who might know me, I did try to do this back in the Forza days, but everybody knows how that story turned out. Forza just didn't really end up being the online game that everybody expected it to be, so it just kind of faded out. Now, the new one is out, and I gotta be honest, I wasn't really all that impressed with it. I mean, don't get me wrong, the new graphics and everything look fantastic. I do love some of the new features. But having played Gran Turismo now, I kind of feel like Forza has just been kind of really falling behind. I mean, the way that... So, I've also played a little bit of iRacing in the past, and it really, Gran Turismo honestly feels a lot closer to iRacing now than it does to Forza, and Forza for many years was like the main competitor for Gran Turismo. You know, it was like the flagship racing game for PlayStation versus the flagship game for Xbox for racing. So, you know, overall, I just kind of feel like Forza kind of fell by the wayside, really. And I'm glad to be getting into Gran Turismo, but full disclosure though, I am not actually playing on the steering wheel. I do have an old steering wheel, a Thrustmaster. Oh, as the little Porsche, I believe it is, comes in and kind of shoulder barges us out of the way there. Nice little half-second penalty there for that buddy. And, oh, well, I guess we see how that turned out. Bye-bye! But yeah, where was I going there? Oh yeah, that's right. I was talking about the steering wheel. So yeah, we do have a Porsche behind us, so we do kind of keep an eye on him. But yeah, I don't use the steering wheel because yeah, the economy has not been the greatest, so haven't been able to go get a PlayStation wheel yet. But maybe that'll be in the cards later on. But for now, yeah, I'm just playing on the controller. But, you know, really for me, that's kind of a good thing for transitioning. Like I said before, came over from the Forza franchise, so that's mainly a controller-dominant franchise. It always has been, kind of favored it. They never really got their wheel settings quite as well fine-tuned as a lot of the other ones out there. Instead of course, iRacing, they kind of got it down pat, if you will, as we go into lap 4 here. Lap 3 wasn't really all that eventful aside from that near miss. It was really just a game of trying to keep pace with this Supra. Whoa, and that's not helping our case as we go a little bit deep on the brakes into turn 1. Sure, I was going to get a penalty there. Somehow skated out of that without anything. I really don't understand that yet. Maybe down in the comments you guys can explain how I got away with that. I am kind of curious, because I've seen other guys do that and they got penalties for it. So why was I so lucky? But yeah, I still got that Porsche. I don't know how to say it. Total Games, is that how to say that? Yeah, I'm not sure. Skipping ahead to lap 5 here. Going into lap 5 again, just kind of a game of trying to keep up with this Supra, not let him get too terribly far away. So the main objective here is going to be just keep him in sight. That's the main thing. Just keep him in sight. Keep gaining on the leader at this point, because keep in mind, we started in 2nd position, so we dropped back to 4th. We got that back fairly quickly with that Porsche, and now we just want to get back up there. So coming into lap 6 now, putting in a personal best, putting in some good lap times here, and this is where it gets juicy. So I'm just going to kind of fade off here for a moment and just kind of let the drama play out. Okay, so the Lambo has switched positions now. He's lost a position to Macian here, and there's a lockup, and we got a chance here, but no! He's gonna sit there and try to slam the door on us, even though he lost that corner fair and square. And it looks like we're going to be going up against Macian for the rest of this, but we're coming up on pit stop, so I'm wondering if he's going to go in here. My thinking is we're going to do the same thing as him, and yep, it looks like he's going in. Or not. That was a quick little foray into first place. But unfortunately, unfortunately, you know, this isn't an endurance race, so you do got to pit eventually. Minimum pit stop is 1. Just like in Forza, got to do 1 pit stop. Don't necessarily have to change tires like you do in a lot of the real life motorsports out there. But yeah, got our stop in, and there comes Rai up the inside. I guess he forgot that you do got to kind of back out for turn 3, otherwise that kind of thing's going to happen. A little bit of contact there, but steered out of it, kind of avoided the penalty there. And then we're coming up on Gaughan's Maze 84 here, and this guy, I'm pretty sure at this point he hasn't pit yet, so I'm like, okay, this should be no problem. Oh, wait. Okay, what are you doing, bro? Like, I know you haven't been in the pits yet. There's no way, because I was in, you know, 2nd place. So it looks like he's eventually going to pull into the pits here. If he doesn't, he's mad. Hello, and there looks like we got a Lamborghini just kind of sitting there on the side. Skipping ahead though, going up to lap 9, and we're finally catching up with David here. Now, one thing I did not realize at this point is Biz in 3rd place right now, already pitted. I am actually sitting here thinking, okay, Big Dog and Zed, these 2 guys, they passed me up, they ain't pitted yet. And I'm thinking Biz hasn't either, because his name has not popped up to me. And what I didn't realize is something happened to him early in the race, or he just played the big brain and decided to pit early on like lap 1, lap 2. And he ended up running most of the race in clean air, so he had nobody to fight with. He was just able to basically run qualifying laps the entire race. So little do I know at this point, I'm not really racing for the victory. I'm racing for 2nd place. But either way, I'm pushing up on this David guy, this Canadian. And it looks like his tires fell off the cliff a little bit ago. And now he's really starting to feel it. So here we go. Are we going to be able to... I'm thinking he's going to go off here, and he kind of does. I didn't expect him to actually stick it and, you know, kind of come back on like that. But it didn't really matter either way, because his tires were not holding up, and it looked like he was cracking under that pressure as we just barely kind of nudge over to make sure we don't get a track limit penalty there. So that's lap 9 in the books, and like I said before, I'm thinking, you know, hey, these guys ain't pitted yet. There ain't no way we're losing this race. I thought this was my first victory. Little did I know. So, skipping ahead, we're going to go ahead. We're going to start the final lap. And if you look on the map there, you can kind of see how far ahead Viz is at this point. And this is the point when I actually looked. I was like, wait, how far ahead is this guy? And once I saw him going through turn 2, I was like, no, there's no way. So at this point, it was just, let's just keep it on the road, and let's see if we get a podium. I'm thinking maybe one of them hasn't, and I'm pretty sure both of them haven't. Viz, I really wasn't sure, because I was like, there's no way like all 3 of them just like didn't pit, because I'm within 25 seconds. Like, there's no way you thought you were that fast, you know. So I'm not really sure about Viz, but the other 2 guys, I know Big Dog, he was the blue Lambo, so I know for a fact he didn't. Just wanting to bring it home. This was honestly, looking back on it, probably my best race of the day. And I did like 4 different races. I did 3 Catalunya and got podiums in all 3 of them. And I also did one of the, I think it was the race B, the one that was at Mazda, WeatherTech Raceway. But that one's only 5 laps, and that one honestly did feel like Forza. As we round the penultimate turn here, lap time wise, 1:53.5, not bad. We're going to try to improve on that as we progress through the Gran Turismo iceberg here. There it is, second place, started in second. Got beat out by strategy on that one, but that's just how it is sometimes. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe. There will be more of this coming out. I am just starting out with this, so I'm going to be trying to do a little mix of shorts along with some full race commentary, and then maybe just like a couple of highlights videos. I'm just kind of getting my feet wet into video editing and everything, as well as like audio engineering. So if the commentary sounds awful, please forgive. I'm working on it, and suggestions are welcome. You know, if you guys have ideas or anything, or for like how to present or things to do with the audio or the video, throw them out there, put them in the comments, let me know. Willing to learn anything at this point, just to kind of get started. So thanks so much for watching. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your holidays. Happy New Year. This is Aldecar signing off.